All right, 8th graders, this one's got a lot of blanks to fill in. So question number 1, you're going to use the story about Sanjeet and his friends' end of season basketball statistics to answer the questions that follow. So if we look there, it says that Sanjeet and his team members were looking at the total points scored by each player during the season. Sanjeet scored twice as many points as Terrence. Cole scored 12 more points than Sanjeet. Together, the boys scored 992 points during the season. How many points did each boy score? Okay, so your first job is to write an expression to represent the points scored by each player. So remember how we always try to decide who does everybody depend on? Well, let's figure that out here. It says Sanjeet scored twice as many points as Terrence. So Sanjeet depends on Terrence there. Cole scored 12 more points than Sanjeet. So Cole depends on Sanjeet, and remember, Sanjeet depends on Terrence. So it sounds like everybody depends on Terrence. So I would say that Terrence is going to be X, the expression that everybody else's expression will depend on. Okay, so then when I do this other stuff, I know that Sanjeet was twice as many as Terrence. So how do you talk about being twice as many as something else? Is that adding to, or is that multiplying by 2? Well, think about it. If I have $10 and then someone else has twice as much money, do they have $12 or $20? Twice as much money would be $20. We're multiplying this by 2. So Sanjeet needs to multiply Terrence's amount by 2. So over here, we'll have 2x for Sanjeet. Then remember, Cole got 12 more points than Sanjeet. Now 12 more is not doubling, that is adding 12 to whatever Sanjeet had. So I'll say we have Sanjeet's plus 12 more. Okay, writing an equation to represent the situation. So setting up this equation, we know that we have, and let me write this out. We have x for Terrence plus 2x plus 12 for Cole plus 2x for Sanjeet. And we know that the boys scored a total of 992 points in the season, so this equals 992. You could type that in there. I am going to simplify it before I type it in. So to simplify this, I'm going to combine the x's, and then that 12 doesn't have anything to combine with it over here. So I just find it's a little simpler. This is going to sound stupid. It's simpler to simplify it. But if I have x, 2x's, and 2x's together, that would be 5x's. And then I have the positive 12, so plus 12, and then it equals 992. I just hate typing in stuff that's super not simplified. Is that the right word? Okay, so this is going to be our final answer. Again, I would have accepted this as an answer. That's fine, but this one's more simplified. And then when we go to the next part, it's going to help us out. Solve your equation to determine the number of points scored by each player. Okay, so if I've got my equation, which was 5x plus 12 equals 992. Well, remember, I want to solve this to figure out how many points each boy scored. And I know that x is the number of points scored by Terrence. So I'm going to start by subtracting 12 from both sides here. 12 minus 12 is 0. And I have 5x equals, and then we've got 0, 8, and 9. Okay, last step to solve for x, divide by 5, and I get x equals, let me type that in a calculator, 980 divided by 5 is 196. Okay, so what does that mean? Is that how many points each boy scored? No, because remember, Sanjeet doubled Terrence's score and Cole got more than Sanjeet, so they don't have the same number each. So who was X?
James, please come to the office when you have a minute.
X was Terrence. So let's go back to Terrence's. I don't know why this switched order, but Terrence was 196. And remember, Cole, what is it? Sanjeet was double that. So let's double Terrence's number. Actually, I should probably let you do that. So I want you to double Terrence's for Sanjeet. And then for Cole's, you're going to do 12 more than Sanjeet's. Don't screw this up. You've got this. I'm going to let you finish those last 2 blanks because I think I did a lot of your homework for you. You're welcome.